everyone, it's Kelly Acheson coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. I have a very pretty and elegant card to show you. I'm going to show you exactly how I made this. Don't you love the embossing on the butterfly? This will go to a very special friend. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a Whisper White layer that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. I'm using the Awesomely Artistic stamp set. This is one of my favorites. There are just so many very pretty elements in here. Before you stamp, you should take out your Embossing Buddy and rub it around on your layer. This helps your embossing powder to only stick to the images that you stamp rather than little pieces of it sticking all over your card front. So I'm going to stamp this with the Versamark ink right down here in the corner. And then I'm also going to stamp the word friend right on the side. And I know you can't see anything that just happened there, but trust me, you will in a second. I'm using our gold embossing powder. Stampin' Up's embossing powder really is very fine and high quality. And if you take it up against the embossing powders that you buy in your big box stores and do a side-by-side comparison on it, embossed on a card, you're going to see the difference. It really does emboss much better than your thicker grained embossing powders, which is what you tend to get in the stores. We're going to heat set this, and I'm not going to make you wait through that. We'll be back in just a second. I'm almost done here. A lot of people like to wave their embossing gun around. They do this. You don't have to do any of that. Just hold it still. Don't burn yourself until you see your images turn glossy, and you're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to die cut a butterfly. We have two different butterfly framelit sets. This one is from the Butterfly Thinlits pack, which I can't find right now. So we're going to do the one that's from the Bold Butterfly Framelits. And you'll notice there's a lot of metal on this particular butterfly. So I can use my magnetic platform with my precision cutting plate because there's a lot of metal on here. That does matter. If you would have just the frame of a butterfly, you would not use your precision cutting plate. This is only for dies that have a lot of metal and are very intricate, not the ones that outline in a frame. And here we have our butterfly all cut out. And I've cut this out of our Vellum Cardstock. It's a much thicker vellum because, well, it's called cardstock. But I'm going to use my Big Shot brush. This is like the best invention ever because you don't have to poke. You don't have to poke out all these pieces anymore. They come out, because I'm using the precision plate, first of all, they cut very well. They get cut all the way through. And secondly, if you leave it right on your framelit when you do it and roll around, all these little pieces come out. Nothing happens to your layer. This is like a intricate die cutting lifesaver. So this is called the Big Shot die brush. So I've got my butterfly cut out. I'm going to bring my little paper back in here so I can put some embossing powder on here. But how I made my embossed gold butterfly is I just took my butterfly and I'm going to simply put the middle of my butterfly on the edge of my Versamark ink pad. And I'm going to sprinkle some powder on it so it looks like this. And we're going to emboss it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It's just something a little different and it adds a lot of glamour to your card. I like to cut my dimensionals so when I need smaller pieces, I have them available. So I've got a half of a dimensional here. And I'm going to put that on. Put my butterfly right there. I'm going to add some sequin trim. And also, I'm going to make a bow with our gold baker's twine. So this is just a jig that I use. These first two nail holes are 1 inch apart and then 1/2 inch apart going out from there. And my bow is a smaller one, so I'm going to put my nails right here. And all you do is cross over your ribbon, or in this case baker's twine. The top one goes under, over, and now you just tie it in a single knot. This is the best bow tying jig ever. I love, love, love it. And I use it for all my bows because they're perfect every time. Perfectly cute little bow. I took my gold sequin trim and I stapled it with my handheld stapler. This is also a Stampin' Up! Product that I love. I'm going to use a mini glue dot here to put my bow on. Put that right on top of my sequin trim. So there we go. And then I wanted to add a little bit more glimmer to this. We need some more bling bling, right? So those little sequins, there's only a few that'll fall off each time when you cut your sequin trim, because the trim is stitched in between each sequin to help it hold together. But I'm just going to pull some off of there and use my fine tip glue pen to glue on some random sequins. And I'm not going to make you watch me do this, so I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I've got these in place. Don't forget, you can't leave this sitting open when you're not using it. So you're going to insert the little pin, and yes, this does wobble around in here. Get your readers out if you need them. Insert that little pin right back into the barrel and close it up. That'll ensure that your glue doesn't get stopped up in there. And I love this. I use it all the time for my smaller embellishments. Okay, now for our card. I have a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of our Whisper White thick cardstock. This is fabulous for card bases. It's a little sturdier than our regular Whisper White, which is fabulous to stamp on. I'm going to take some snail adhesive and I'm going to run this on the Fancy Foil Designer Series Vellum and layer that on my card. This Fancy Foil Designer Series Vellum is beautiful. You get 9 sheets, you get silver and gold, and it comes in polka dots, hearts, and stripes. So shown on page 149 of the big catalog. So you get all gold or all silver, 9 sheets of it. It's really fun. It's great for your fancy cards, right? And then we're going to layer the front of our card on here. There we go. It's just that simple. Here's the one using the big butterfly, which I will find. And here's what I did on the inside. Great greeting set that I like to use is called Fabulous 4. So that's where the It's Your Day is coming from. And then also from the Awesomely Artistic is this leaf that I embossed in gold also. So very easy card, very spectacular and classy looking. Try and make one for yourself. Get out that gold vellum. Use it up. That's what you have it for. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. Pop me an email at kelly@astampabove. I can drop some catalogs in the mail to you. Please make sure you check out my blog at stampabove.com. I will have all the ingredients for this card and dimensions located in one place for easy access. Thanks so much for watching my video. Add a little sparkle to someone's day. Send them a card.